While in India for his wedding on the 4th of November 2017, Jagtar Singh Johal, a British citizen, was shopping with his newly wedded wife when he was bound, hooded, and bundled into a car by plain-clothed police officers. Leaving his wife with no explanation why he had been taken, Jagtar was taken into police custody, denied his right to see a lawyer, family members, or a representative from the British High Commission. Once imprisoned, Jagtar reported being tortured by police. Crocodile clips, he said, were placed on him with electricity fired through his body. Such was the severity of the torture, Jagtar had to be carried out of the interrogation room. To make the pain stop, Jagtar reports that he was forced to confess to the alleged conspiracies. Why has he faced these basic violations of his rights? Well, prior to his arrest, Jagtar was involved in raising awareness about human rights abuses against India's Sikh population. Human rights organisation Reprieve fear that he has been targeted for exercising that freedom of expression and that right to that freedom. It has already cost him 4 years in prison without trial. He has endured torture, and now there is a real risk that confessions extracted through torture could be used to sentence him to the death penalty. Jagtar now languishes in prison where mass COVID-19 outbreaks have triggered calls for states to protect vulnerable prisoners. But in the face of these human rights abuses, what has the British government done? Rather than standing up for the rights of British nationals overseas, it has failed to follow Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office policy to lobby for arbitrarily detained UK nationals overseas, ignoring the calls from myself and 139 colleagues earlier this year to do precisely that. It has even failed to secure an independent medical assessment of Jagtar to judge the severity and extent of torture. It has failed to secure private consular visits with Jagtar for over 3 years. The Foreign Secretary has also failed to meet with Jagtar's family, and in the Prime Minister's meeting with Indian Prime Minister Modi in April, again, in spite of calls from human rights organisations for him to raise it, the Prime Minister failed to challenge Modi on Jagtar's detention and treatment. This, Mr. Hollowborn, is a shameful dereliction of duty, and is a pattern of both what is happening in India and how the British government is failing to stand up for human rights.